All right, welcome to another brand new episode of the Unfiltered Truth. I don't know, say, around here, so you get it raw, unedited, and uncut version of anything we talk about. And of course, the host for today, Tex, me alone there, go and give another update. CJ kind of, you know, dep on the road, I get some things together, but me did have to give another update because, that one are fresh off the press. All right, so without any further ado, let's jump into it. What we are going to talk about today, as you can already see at the title, Reggae Sumfest 2025. So, of course, I'm just going to share my opinion, my views. Of course, I was there on the ground, so, how me feel about the overall festival and the performance, of course. Go share some high points and some low points, and of course, talk about some of the performance. All right, so before we get into it, guys, please give me a like, give me a comment, and give me a share. You get me? People are saying we don't drop as much content. Yeah, we want to do that, but of course, not to help grow the channel. Please and thank you. All right, and of course, I don't know, can't do the dry throat reasoning, so always have to have something to drink. All right, boom. I'm supposed to don't like and share and comment. All right, so Reggae Sumfest 2025. Of course, we never get to see all of the performance. So, of course, we're going to talk about from the performance that was observed. Right? So, let me start off with it. The performance are some high and low points. All right, before we get into the performance, let me leave the performance for last, right? Reggae Sumfest this year was a major success, which without a doubt, I don't think nobody thought it would have been. It would not be a success, especially seeing that Kartel was the headline for night one. Massive crowd. Heard that they sold over 25,000 tickets. So I think it's a record breaking for Reggae Sumfest. So good job to Joe and the entire team. This was massive, which again was expected because Vybz Kartel was the headliner. A lot of person never get to see him at Freedom Street based on the price point, but nonetheless, people make it out to Reggae Sumfest because it was a bit more affordable. All right, so that was a huge success. What else? The stage, the design or the setting of the stage, it looks phenomenal. The lightings look pretty good. The setup was like official event. It is, but I'm just saying, sometimes Jamaica tend to knock off certain things with them do, but nonetheless, I think the setup was phenomenal. For me though, a challenge I'm gonna find with the stage. Me personally, I believe that anywhere you are in the venue, you should be able to can see the stage. Of course, based on where you pay to be, whether general VIP, VVIP, it will determine how far you will be from the stage, of course. But nonetheless, I believe that wherever you are in the venue, from an audience perspective, you should be able to see the stage. That was not the case. If you're at some section of the venue, it's like you can't really see the stage. You get me? Worse, if you're not tall. And for those who know me, I already know some height kind of cute already. So it did a bit challenging. Of course, me was able to see, but going in, me that observed that I realized at certain location you were unable to see the physical stage. You can basically see the screen, of course, and whatever, but you can't really see like who is on the stage. So I think that some of them could have probably set up better. At one point, I think they have even a sign that was basically blocking the stage, depending on the angle that you were. But nonetheless, it is what it is. You understand that, certain location come with certain perks. That is why you pay for where you want to be. But that was it for the staging. going in the venue, it was pretty smooth. To be honest, there wasn't massive line or congestion to go inside of the venue, so that was pretty good. The road to the venue was traffic, well, of course, it was anticipated because to the amount of thousands of people and vehicle, no matter how you try to move traffic as swift as possible with regular persons driving on that road, it we anticipate that. So can't ding them for that. But to go into the venue itself, that entrance was pretty smooth. So that was again a thumbs up for Reggae Sumfest. What else? All right. So some opportunities that I identify. I believe that there was lack of security personnel present. If they were, they might be in plain clothes and we don't take notice. But oh, the expectation of that event, how massive it would be, we would have anticipated that every location or section in the venue, you would have identified some police where if anything break out. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I saw police on the front and some police at the entrance and two little areas, but you don't really see police in the mass like if anything break out, which of course everybody by now would have known that there is basically what three stampede. And to be honest, we never support. Well, I was close where the stampede occurred, and of course, I didn't see any police personnel until everything clear. When everything cleared, that's when I saw about four police walking. But again, I think that was an opportunity. I saw that they had security separate and apart from police, but of course, unarmed security don't really get recognition. To be honest, mainly police are armed security guard, which they have a few security there that wasn't armed, but I guess their role was basically different and not necessarily if things break out. But again, with a massive turnout like that, I anticipate you have to expect anything. All right, for the crowd was so congested to the point where you can't move, you can't rock too much. And what matters worse, a lot of persons put their chairs out. So it make it even harder for you if you want to go through the crowd. If you want to go to the restroom, a challenge. If you want to go get something to eat, it's a challenge. So the smart persons them basically do everything before them find a spot. They have them drinks, them have them food, them use the restroom. But again, remember some persons go there from early and the show never done till much o'clock at night. You get me? So that was a big um issue for me. To be honest, to how I know that the security force wasn't really present, I saw persons jumping the fence. A reggae Sumfest. Like it was so hilarious. Jump the wall actually, not the fence, the wall to go over on the compound. Like I actually saw persons jumping it. I mean I said I hatted. But I joke this. You get me? So I would think a big event like Reggae Sumfest, you would have security a patrol the entire venue and whatsoever. I literally saw with my own two eyes persons jumping the fence. If I did one time in my days, then I probably don't jump it. But we're bigger than that now. But that's just to show you that there was lack of security forces there. Or even if they were there, they weren't properly utilized. But enough of that now. After that, I mean, it's a big festival, there will always be opportunities regardless, but I hope that can fix moving forward because it could have been worse. Of course, by now, everybody hear about the stampede and, what persons got injured, persons got broken arm, chop out knee and all of them something there. I mean, yeah, that. Let's talk about the performance now. The first when I'm actually going in, Chanel Mir was performing, so I didn't get to see her performance. It would be unfair to speak on it. However, I start to observe from Govana was performing. And I don't know if people give Govana as much credit as him due, but Govana did a fantastic job, right? And separate and apart from Govana, I must give a shout out to all of the performers for I think this year's Sunfest are one of the best in terms of profanity. I think only one bad word me here chip and a Governor utter one little bad word, but you know that come down. Like every artist are there to the point where the artists them even a filter them song like them and edit them song while performing. I mean I say, yo God no. It's like them get stern warning or it was in their contract or whatever the case may be. But I mean I think that was a plus. I mean it's sad because Jamaican culture it make the entertainment more that the entertainment more get a vibe there. And when the overseas you can use the original bad word, but you know, of course, how Jamaica come down. But that still, back to Govana. Govana perform a phenomenal set, right? And I think this performance make a lot of persons open them eyes and realize that say, yo, like them really asleep on Govana. Govana have whole heap of big song, whole heap of big song. You get me? And the man control him vocals. You get me? The man control the energy while delivering. And I think Governor wanted to prove to the fans that guess what? People now give him a praise when forget or the highlight when forget. So I'm gonna see if they go overlook him Sumfest performance. So from the man come out in him suit to the entire delivery. And of course I said the man even carry out a phone booth on him do the call with Chris. That was bad. The man carry out his mother, which you know, anytime artists bring out their mother, it's always such a soft spot to the crowd because it kind of get emotional, and you realize that yo, it's like that moment was like moment me tell us I'm not go let it down. Moment me tell us I'm not go the jail. Moment me tell us I'm go make it. Like the man deliver a set. Like there's no low point. Like the crowd no go flat pan Governor none tal. Governor deliver a fantastic set. Right? The man even give him mother because I think his mother wanted one CRV and him give his mother the car pan the performance. Pan the stage. Of course, the car never upon the stage, but him display the car upon the backboard and are the key. But Governor, it was a solid performance. I'm not gonna put a grade to it, to be honest. We're not gonna put a grade. But listen, when me tell you say it was a solid performance, it was a solid performance. I'm gonna hope Governor see this because Governor performance set the pace for the night. Like me, I said, God no. The energy, the vibes the Governor come out with, like it was on point, and the man don't miss a beat. Like me don't know how him do it because even when him go do the transition, when him go do the telephone song, it's like the man just catch on the beat the right time. Because I remember saying, no, how that song go, him basically talk to somebody. So you have to on point for catch up with the next person. Feel like you had to talk and the person answer, and the man was on point with it. Like Governor, if nobody no give you the praise you get, my brother, believe me. But I think you know do a good job. You do a great job. Great job. And me not see much a Governor performance a highlight. Me see it with 1 and 2 media page. But not much as me say other artists. But Governor need fear get highlight because me I tell her him deliver. No, the next performance was Jamal. Unfortunately, Jamal came late, so you know the bands never performed with him. Because Jamal should have performed before Governor, but unfortunately he reached late. So them give him some time and him have to perform on tracks. That was, you know, it kind of killed the vibe because some bands give that energy there. Nonetheless, he him do a pretty good job because of course Jamal in him hometown and Jamal have some big song. So you have to understand say him go get that support there. Me think him being late and not have the bands, I think he kind of throw him off. But because, of course, he's an artist, him know to perform, him just deliver a set. But I want to tell us, yo, at the best. Me think him could have done better because I've seen him perform several times. Even a call out him get and him deliver. But I believe him do a pretty good job just the same, even though the tracks them him did have to work on and him did have the crowd. Him have the crowd control because he had the crowd. It was like pretty solid. So that was a pretty good performance. So big up yourself, Jamal. Then the next performance was Masicka. It kind of confusing because I say, okay, I must Kengo come out our family and then Masicka then Kartel. That's not the order. When you look, we say Masicka come out. And of course, Masicka, everybody know Masicka did like upset about something and whatever. In a my mind, meeting say yo at the time when them put him for work, like him never did for work so early, but because other artists not show up, them push him and sometimes that show off people because sometimes if I know so you have to perform 3 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock I probably I get some drink, I get some smoke, I try to relax some mind. But if somebody just come call and say, oh, you have to go on now, we never prepare for it kind of show you off. So I thought it was that, but I don't know what happened. But nonetheless, Masicka performance, Masicka performance was solid. Like if I know Masicka, say alone, it's Masicka. I have to be honest, alone it's so Masicka tear up the place, right? Masicka shell the place from start to end. Of course, the low points them in the performance is usually with the female songs. For some reason I don't know. And the female songs them just have low tempo. The crowd because remember the man them not really give those songs no forward. And the girl them we are scream and a galang. So get that energy reaction. So sometimes people we are say okay the performance was not always high tempo. I know that's the case because I believe me, Mr. Footer I made a comment on it and must like in performance wasn't always high, but that's not the case. At the song, if I watch back the interview, the performance, because I was there on the ground. Whenever Masicka have some soft girl song, and whenever I touch them kind of song there, get that energy from the man, them reaction. That's the females, them a screen. So you now get that kind of vibe. You get me? And I think those were the only low points, but him still deliver. Him do a pretty solid job. Of course. Of course, I never expect any less. You see me? Him work the stage. The stage management was good. You get me? Something me always believe most of the artists them not do like before them not really talk to the audience them that much. Them we intro them song one and two of them song, but them not really get the audience communication they going. But nonetheless, as I say, Masicka performance was top tier. Just to see me, he delivered a fantastic job. After Masicka now, we did anticipate say yo a Kartel, Kartel as King or Tamale go come out. Still a Kartel. Of course, majority of people came to see Vybz Kartel. Because even when Masicka performed, I saw a lot of persons sleeping. Not sleeping because they must sleep on Masicka, sleeping because some people did it from 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And because some persons go early to get a nice spot. So if you stand up the whole night and some persons probably drain fatigue. So a lot of persons, did a sleep in them chair. But you see when they start, the intro now say a Kartel come out, the place lift right up. Lift right up. You see me, of course, Kartel go hits after hits after hits. When you run out pan the Badman segment song, them were known for run mobile. Tear up the place. Tear up the place. You get me? Overall, as I said, I anticipate Vybz Kartel to do a longer set. He did approximately 1 hour. I was anticipating at least an hour and a half because in catalog huge. But I guess they're crunching on time. So overall, Kartel did a fantastic job just the same. And similar to Masicka, when he touched certain girl song, the momentum kind of dropped because the man them not really energize the song choices. And mainly the gangster type of song them are. Certain girl song will have that vibe there, the man them jump for. But this is what if I should give somebody who took Sumfest, to be honest, the person who I would say take Sumfest would have been Govana. This is why Mr. Govana now, right? The biggest forward, let me tell you, the three biggest forward come from Masicka with Whites. When the song they drop, the place lift up. So when Jamal drop Ballon d'Or, the place lift up. And of course, when Kartel enter the stage, the place lift up. Those are the three. Those are the biggest forward from Jamal, Masicka, and Kartel. When you talk about performance, we all know Kartel is not the best performance, so nobody that look for judge and say, yo, okay, whatever. But Governor is like an underdog will come out on top because a lot of person probably that look for Masicka take the show because Masicka is really the man with a lot of the its current it's now. But guess what? Governor deliver a set and Governor made his performance creative. And not only that, Governor even dressed for the occasion different. So, if I should say anybody took that show, it would have been Governor. As I say, it's my opinion, everybody entitled to theirs, but I would say Governor because stage presence, voice control, the projection, the command of the crowd, and also the utilization of props on the stage. Put it at top tier. And also we have to give a big up for Governor because after the performance, when Kartel did perform, G said did watch Kartel performance and them did basically interview the dog and dog give Kartel him flowers. And knowing said Kartel and I don't know, probably not on the best terms and Governor a Masicka protege, you would anticipate him on try to shade Kartel. I said no, the man make it clear. Even though the first me hear him say it though. I don't know think and Kartel thing bigger than him. Him not go in that him not the promote tonight. Him know the work Kartel put in and the man I get him flowers. And I respect that. That shows the Governor show growth. It shows that the man up on a different level. It shows that the man mindset is, in the fitness stage. So we have to respect that for Governor. Give a man them the credit where it's due. Give them flowers. You get me? But that's still so. I mean, if anybody did that, you can share phone opinion, share phone views. Tell me who think basically take the show in phone opinion and the performance. Just leave a comment and let me know. Honestly, I never really stay for watch King performance or Tamale because that at that time, the stampede and it's like everything did box shuffle and I don't know why some artists would basically take that off of a perform after Kartel and Masicka. Knowing that them basically are two of the front runner right now. You go perform after them, some people go to walk out for you and all of that good stuff. But I mean that's a talk for our next day. But as I say guys, that's really my wrap up. Those are the main performances that I observe and share, let me know thoughts, views, just leave a comment and make we know. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to comment. Unfiltered truth. Understand? Alright, that is it.